Tablet devices have become very popular. It's been also a very popular question of how do I actually publish an EPub file, which is the file that you'd import into your tablet, be it a iPad, or it could be a Android tablet, or it could even be a phone. You'd create an EPub file, publish it directly from FrameMaker, and drag and drop that EPub file onto your tablet device. So I'm going to show you how that action is done using FrameMaker 10, RoboHelp 9, within the Tech Communications Suite 3 product. So what I have here is a sample book that I'm opening right now. What we're going to do is we're going to publish this sample book to an EPub file. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to create a template to do that. So we're going to create a template within the RoboHelp project. So first thing we're going to do is open up RoboHelp 9. We're going to create a blank template. We're going to name that template, and I'm going to call it EPub, and hit finish. It's going to be just a few steps, and just like if you're used to using FrameMaker, normally you'd create a template and then use that template to get a consistent look and feel. We're going to do the same thing on the RoboHelp side to create a EPub's template, and then from there be able to publish our EPub as many times as we want using the same template within FrameMaker. So we can do it from RoboHelp, or we can actually publish straight from our source content in FrameMaker. So the first thing I'd want to do, we get this dialog box up. I'm going to click on first topic. We don't need that as the very first topic. Next thing that we want to do is we're going to want to delete first topic here. So I clicked on the plus sign. We're going to delete first topic. The next thing that we want to do is we want to link our FrameMaker files with this project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the content from our test document, and I'm going to go File, Link, FrameMaker Document. We're going to select our book. Now RoboHelp's going to go and import this FrameMaker book, and the next thing that we can do is we can actually tell RoboHelp how we want to slice up our files here. We have the ability to make page breaks at any tagged level of our document. So let me show you where you can do that if you wanted to. Well, let's click on File, and we can click on Project Settings. Now that we did that, we can click on Import, and the next thing we'll see is Frame Document. We can apply a template before we generate our EPub, so if we wanted to change our template. We can also click on Edit, and Edit's going to show us all the different tags within our document, and if we wanted to, we could assign tags and styles and match. Instead of just having RoboHelp try to match it best possible, we can literally come into here and we can say a chapter paragraph tag equals a heading 1, a section tag equals a heading 2. We might want to map even something like a body to a body level 2. We could select bullet, and I'm going to do a body level 2 again. Let's see if there's anything else that we would like to do right off the top of our head. I think that should be enough, but we could go about mapping all of our tags. And let's hit OK, and we'll hit Apply, and OK. So now the next thing what we want to do is we're going to want to generate this particular file. So the easiest thing to do would be not to generate the EPub file from here, because then we'd have to decide where we want to publish, and it would actually publish where your source content is in FrameMaker automatically. So the easiest thing we could do is click on Web Help and hit Yes to generate. Now RoboHelp is actually opening up the individual files and importing them into RoboHelp at this particular point, reading that information, and we've done that. That's great. I could generate it if I wanted to and save it. Other things that I can do is I can actually set different variables here for content categories and navigation. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to save this. We're all set, so now all I need to do is I can delete this book out. So I'm going to select this book, hit delete, and hit yes, and save all. Okay, remember we named this project EPub, so I'm going to just minimize this, and the next thing I can do is just come over to FrameMaker, select my book, go to File, Publish. Now the next thing we want to do is select what we're going to be publishing. In this case it's going to be EPub. It's not a problem. The next thing we want to do is tell FrameMaker where our RoboHelp project exists. So we can click on this Browse button and we can go to our My Documents, My RoboHelp Projects. Here's the EPub that we just created, and I'm going to select EPub XPJ. Okay. Now what we could do is we could select other things like master pages, and if you know about RoboHelp, you can actually modify the look and feel. We could actually override the look and feel from our FrameMaker document to make it really unique, and we could do that. The next thing that we'll need to do, and you'll all have to do, is you're going to have to install the 7-zip program, and we can find that on the internet. So let me just show you where you can find that. So if we just open up our browser, this only has to be done once. We can go to a search engine. I looked for 7-zip. I'm using Google here. Next thing I'll see is that pops open. We can go to the 7-zip.org, and you'll see that we can download this this application that will zip up our files. So we wanted to download that and we want to install it. Now I've done that already, and you'll see that it's installed right here. So that's all that's really required. Now I can hit Publish. RoboHelp will do all the work at this particular point. It's going to open up all the files. It's going to generate the TOC. It's going to do everything that's necessary to create this EPub file. If we wanted to actually output this information to a Kindle, we can use a free program out there. One of them is Calibre, and that will convert your EPub file to a mobile file, which is what the Kindle requires. But in this particular case, we'll be just sending it to an iPad, and we can just directly copy over this EPub file directly to our iPad, and we'll be in fine shape. So we're done, and all we have to do is actually go to where our content was. You'll see there's a subdirectory called Publish, and here is our EPub file. Now if we wanted to test this particular file and see what it kind of looked like, it's not exactly what it looks like in our iPad. Of course it's going to look even better on our iPad. I can actually open up Adobe Digital Editions, and I can actually import it into this Adobe Digital Editions. So that would be done by just adding the file to here. You'll be able to see the output that we created and how we mapped. Now if you don't like the way that it's laid out, you want to change your formatting, that's not a problem. It's all about doing a little bit more work on the map side. That's how quick and easy it is to create an EPub file for your tablets and phones. Thank you very much.